Which duo could actually ruin Clix's chance at winning FNCS this season? There is so many stacked teams on NA now. This is the season that everyone is saying that Clix is finally going to win FNCS. But what if I tell you there is a team that could stop them? Real quick before the video starts though, if you want to help me win FNCS, I'm actually trying to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. If you guys are new to the channel and you want to help me reach that goal, please just subscribe to the channel right now. We are literally like 30 subs away from 54,000. If you want to support me even more, the best way to do so is by using code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop. Helps me to continue to make these videos, and I truly do appreciate every single person that uses code KDOG. Follow me on Twitter if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with this channel. Without further ado though, let's get straight into this video. All right, so we gotta start off with the main one, the one that everyone is talking about, the battle for high ground. It is against Peterbot and Poyo. Peterbot and Poyo obviously were one of the best teams in the world last season. They're looking like a top 3 team in the world this season as well. They just won the recent week 2 of FNCS, and in the only 2 weekly finals for FNCS for qualifiers that we got this season, we saw Clix and Veno win the first qualifier, and then Peterbot and Poyo win the second. So if you're going strictly off of that, those 2 teams should be the current favorites to be able to place well in FNCS. But there is one major problem, and that is that Clix and Veno as well as Peterbot and Poyo are both major height teams. Like, both of these teams' whole game plan is looking for height at the right time, going for height at the right time, and being able to get height. And if both of these teams are trying to do that in a grand finals lobby, it could get messy very quick for both of them, because both of these teams are just so mechanical and so good at fighting that if they are both going for height at the same time, or if they're trying to strategically both get height from another team, they are just going to be in an absolute grief fest, and it could lead to both of them not necessarily placing bad, because if you're in the position to be able to take height in endgame, you're still finishing in like the top 10 to like top 15, but you're not going to be able to get that high placement, like winning the game, getting a top 3, being able to move yourself up the leaderboard to potentially win FNCS. Since both these teams are in upper bracket, we're going to see the first battle of height probably in upper bracket heat, but I don't think too many teams are still going to reveal like a ton of their crazy strategies before grand finals. Let me know who you guys think is a better height team in the comment section down below between Peterbot and Clix. I feel like Clix has always been a good height player, but ever since Veno came to NA from EU, Clix playing high ground has just gotten 100 times better. This team is so much more feared on height, and I think they will be able to dominate if they are able to get it. All right, now let's talk about the team that is going to benefit the most from the battle of high ground, and that is Batman, Bugha, and Rapid. Now, Batman, Bugha, and Rapid are one of the most underrated teams in this whole season. I've talked about them a lot on this channel. If you don't know what they've done so far this season, they've won 2 out of the 4 duo Cash Cups. They placed 2nd place in another one, and their average Cash Cup placements are a 1.3. They've also finished in 3rd place in FNCS weekly finals, and they have just been one of the most dominant, unknown/underrated teams in this whole season. And this is also a team that doesn't go for high ground really at all. So if you have Peterbot and Poyo griefing each other on height, a team that is a very consistent mid-ground to low ground team is going to benefit so massively from that, because if they just simply look up and see these 2 teams fighting, they can easily chop them all out. They can go front side and take it from there. There's just so many different plays that this team can be able to make to steal this FNCS win. It would honestly be one of like the most surprising FNCS wins in Fortnite history if Batman, Bugha, and Rapid are able to win this. No like discredit to them or anything, but if you told me at the beginning of the season when we heard all of these big name EU players were coming over, like Tayson, Pink, Mr. Savage, Mongrel, if you told me that Batman, Bugha, and Rapid were going to come off with the FNCS win from this season, I don't think anyone would really believe you. This team does have LAN experience as well as grand finals experience as well, so this isn't like a team making their first grand finals or anything like that. This is an experienced team that has just slowly came up over time, and they are looking so good going into FNCS. They're definitely a top 3 team on NA right now, and it's not even crazy anymore if you say that this team will be able to win FNCS this season. All right, now we got to get into some of the GOATs of Fortnite. First off, we got Tayson and his duo Yamzo. I don't know why people are already counting out this duo for FNCS. You guys know this team has been my FNCS favorite for almost like the whole season now. Ever since I saw this duo first get announced like a month or 2 ago, I have been talking about them so highly, and I think they deserve the credit. A lot of people are saying they haven't really won anything. They've just been placing like top 3, but you have to remember they did win a duo Cash Cup, and also Tayson has always been a player that performs better in FNCS. Like, when have you ever never heard someone talk about Tayson and talk about his cash cup placements. Like, no, it's always Tayson dominates during FNCS time. Tayson performs the best during FNCS Grand Finals. Even if he wouldn't do well in the weekly qualifiers, as soon as Grand Finals comes around, he would just absolutely dominate. And they still have been playing good in qualifiers. I'm pretty sure they finished in like a top 3, a top 5, just different placements like that. So obviously no wins yet in the FNCS qualifiers, but you got to remember Tayson really does show his full potential and his full skill set when Grand Finals happens. I have no doubt that this team could 100% finish in the top 3 in Grands. And this is another team that just plays so consistently. Their playstyle is so consistent. It is so good that if Clix and Veno are battling for high ground, or if they're not able to get forecast tower, which I will talk about later, then they could have some 0-point games. And if a team like Tayson Yamzo, who is just playing consistent through the whole tournament, they could 100% steal this win. All right, let's not talk about a specific team, but actually let's talk about them themselves. So what I mean by that is Clix is a very big vibes player. And as you guys know, Veno has been one of, if not the most toxic teammate Clix has ever played with. And I do believe that that is good for Clix, and he's keeping him in check, and he's making sure that his ego stays down and they stay consistent. And like, it's been working so far. They've won Cash Cup finals, they've won FNCS weeks now, they've placed top 5 in Cash Cups. They have been doing amazing this season. But if it gets to Grand Finals and the pressure is really on for Clix, and he has like 70-60,000 viewers, and they die one mid game because of Storm Surge, and then Veno is yelling at Clix, and then his whole chat is flaming him, I think it really could get into his head and ruin like the morale that this team has. But if Clix is able to block all of that out and stay focused now, and if he is just used to it by now, then I don't really see a problem or what could actually go wrong. But I'm just saying this is a possibility that you do need to think about, that if Clix starts playing more scared because he doesn't want to mess up, you can't play scared and win a Grand Finals. You're going to have to make those big plays. All right, finally, we've got to talk about the fight for Forecast Tower as well against Muzz. It's looking like right now Muzz is just not going for the Forecast Tower, and he's kind of just letting Clix get it every game. I got corrected in my last video, and there actually is an 80% chance that the Forecast Tower will spawn. So if they're able to get it 8 out of the 10 games, they can 100% win like half of those games if Muzz doesn't choose to contest them. But if Muzz is doing bad and him and his duo are like, hey, we want the Forecast Tower now, and then they surprise Clix one game, sneak attack them, eliminate them early one game, that's another bad game they could have to lead to another team being able to place higher. And then if Muzz realizes, oh, we can just kill Clix every game now, why wouldn't they just go for the Forecast Tower every game? And if Clix and Veno are trying to win FNCS and they realize that it's just a big grief for the Forecast Tower, they're not going to go for it anymore, which is going to hurt their overall placement. Other than that though, let me know who your guys' FNCS favorite is in the comment section down below. I kind of just wanted to make this video because there is just so many different factors that go into an FNCS that people really don't think about or even talk about. I'm very curious to hear all your guys' thoughts and opinions down below. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Remember, we're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers one day. It would be so insane if we could get that YouTube plaque together. You guys are all like family to me, so thank you guys all so much. Use code KDog in the Fortnite item shop to support me even more. Follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with me. We still have like a 2-week break now in tournament, so if you guys have any video ideas you want to see, please comment them in the comment section down below. We're kind of struggling for some ideas over here. But other than that, thank God for another day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Catch you guys next time. Peace out.